So glad I stayed awake for that one. Oh, man. What a barn burner. I need another drink.
I feel like we can run the table. I really do.
Giants looking for a stop. They're going to air it out. Rodgers does this better than anybody. End zone, Cobb, touchdown! Unbelievable! This to send the Packers into the NFC Championship game. It is good! The Packers are moving on! Aaron Rodgers has done it again!
Grassy Posse Packer Nation, welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where you're not have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I am your host, Tom Grassi. Thank you so much for watching, and oh boy, we got that was some game that we just witnessed. The Green Bay Packers losing to the Detroit Lions 30-17. I mean, there's really, I don't know where to even start. In that this game was ugly, and this game was bad, and it didn't start out like that. I have to say that the first drive made me very optimistic. I was very excited in that this team looked like a different offense. There was more sweeps. There was more short passes. It looked like an offense that had time. It was designed for Brett Hundley. He had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and they looked great. I have to say they were moving the ball with efficiency. They were nailing the first downs. They were taking a bunch of time off the clock, and it ended with a botched field goal that wound up getting blocked, and so we got no points out of that. And then the next drive, the defense looks good in that, we're going to hold them, we're going to get the ball right back. Mike Daniels has a killer penalty, which happens all too often. Not Mike Daniels, but saying that it's third down, we get out of those situations, and then unfortunately a stupid penalty continues the drive and keeps it alive, and that was the first of many Matthew Stafford touchdowns. Now, well, only 2, but it felt like more. Matthew Stafford was 26 for 33 for 361 yards and 2 TDs. Golden Tate, 113 yards. Marvin Jones, 107 yards and 2 TDs. Reminiscence of when he burned us the last couple games back. Brett Hundley, 26 for 38, 245, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He did rush for 1, though. Adams, 53 yards. Cobb, 58 yards. Nelson, 35 yards. Aaron Jones was irrelevant in that game. He was struggling. That guy couldn't block for anything. And just a really crappy performance by the offense. Obviously, the garbage touchdown at the very end, but that was really reflective of the game being played. And I mean, there's the ball's just not being pushed down the field. And is it that Huntley doesn't have the ability to do so? Is it that McCarthy doesn't trust him? Because it looked like when they were in the hurry-up offense, especially in the fourth quarter, they had that big throw to Randall Cobb, which was his longest. 46 yards was Brett Hundley's longest in his very short NFL career. And I don't know if they're being super conservative. I can't put my finger on it, but Huntley's constantly rolling out to his right. He's holding onto the ball way, way, way too long. He's taking sacks, not really managing the clock well. The one piece of time management that was used they were lucky to get that field goal off at the very end of half. But, I mean, if you're only putting up 3 points in one half against the Lions defense, you got issues. This is a problem. And then nothing really happened the second half until the fourth quarter, in which we put 2 drives together. It's again frustrating. I feel like this way against the Saints game, because if you had Aaron Rodgers playing, it's obviously a completely different ball game. Aaron Rodgers would be able to move up and down the field. The Lions gave us those opportunities. They really weren't converting red zone opportunities as much as they could have. This game could have been even more of a blowout. I would say the defense played decent, but they got burnt a whole bunch of times. I mean, Randall got burnt how many times you were watching it. It was frustrating to see. And so, that being said, I mean, the play that stuck out to me was where I started having a little bit hope after Hundley got the rushing TD. The Lions get the ball and they get a 68-yard screen, and that just ended any hope for a potential comeback. I don't think that after the first quarter, I don't think we were really in this game at any point, just because of how anemic this offense was. And when you have a defense that is subpar and an offense that can't stay on the field because they're constantly, going 3 and out, that's not a recipe for success. And the next game they have against is the Bears, which should be a very winnable game. But at this point, I'm not going to be surprised if we lose that game too. And this is, again, not giving up in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to look for a silver lining here, and I can't find one. The offense looks terrible. They were talking about Aaron Rodgers coming back. And, I mean, this guy, he's not going to have anything to come back to this season. I mean, we're all holding out hope that Hundley will be able to win a couple games, and it's still very possible, and they'll still be in the playoff hunt and potentially get the wild card if Rodgers is able to come back. It's just right now things are looking bleak if you're a Packers fan. And again, this is a very humbling experience, just like 2013 was. I'm trying to identify the problem. Obviously, you have a rookie quarterback who's not, or young quarterback who is his third NFL start. Was it third? No, second NFL full start. And he's playing like that. I mean, I wasn't expecting the moon from him. And again, the first drive made me very optimistic. But at the same time, it wasn't a blowout the entire time. And there was just no opportunities being taken down the field. And you have this trio of Adams, Cobb, and Nelson, and they're made irrelevant. And it's frustrating to attempt to watch your offense struggle just to get a first down. And so that being said, the Packers fall even further behind. I don't think there's any way that they're winning the NFC North this season. And so the most that we could hope for is a wild card. But at this point, we just need to put points on the board. We need to be able to score something. We need to be able to win a game. And so before we could do that, I don't even know how we could begin to talk about playoffs. But I mean, what did you see? Obviously, if you're a fan of the opposing team, you're pretty happy about this. But this is sad Packers football. And I do love, listen, the garbage TD, there's still Packers fans in those stands, and they're booing a few times, but they were still standing there. They were still cheering for it. They want this team to succeed. We are definitely not bandwagon fans. So, I mean, what do you have any silver linings to pull out of this game? I really don't. I mean, it's 11:30. I want to go to sleep, and this game just made me all types of sad. So let me know what you think, and we'll take it from there. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com. That's TomGrossi Comedy, or Tom Grossi Comedy on Twitter. Check out Packcast, Packast, which is this podcast. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and of course YouTube twice a week. Each week we interview a fan from the opposing team. We also do prediction episodes every Saturday. We'll have a Bears fan on this Thursday. Should be interesting. I mean, if we lose against the Bears, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be the Titanic starting to sink. But who knows? I'm trying to believe in McCarthy, but things aren't looking good. I don't know. Do you think coaches are gonna get fired after this season? There is an opportunity for that, and I know that some people do want that. But yeah, not a good game for Packers fans, and really just not a good game for any football fan unless you're a Lions fan. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you hanging in there with me this season, and just know that I'm with you. I'm Tom Grossi, and as always, go Pack Go.